Okay, take two, we're back now. Hopefully things should have improved a little bit. I will be monitoring the situation, and guys do keep us informed of how it's going. We're on the right server now, and I think we should be ready to go fairly soon.
Yeah, just trying to identify some of these players here. Got Izzy Katka and Hans Cleaver Drop on IR. I'm not sure who they are.
Izzy Katka, yeah. Perhaps just unknowns. Izzy Katka's got a pretty low ping. That could be maybe a French player or English.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Where's Majesty from?
I don't actually know. I mean, I'm generally terrible on player names or players in the backgrounds.
Yeah, I used to be really good, and now I'm just terrible. It's hard to keep up.
Not one of these encyclopedia players who like keeps a little list of where they're from.
Well, that's the thing. When I was managing the roster for like the NL and stuff, I had a really good knowledge because I knew like which team everyone had been in and all that sort of stuff. It was like an encyclopedia. Now it's just hard to keep track.
Yeah, if I'm not like directly talking to or communicating with a player, I can't really know who they're from. So.
Maps and factions tonight. We are playing the all new Castellum. Have you played it much? Do you like it?
Yeah, I do like it actually. I haven't really played it enough to say whether it's a majorly good map or not. It seems okay so far. Haven't really any problems with it.
Made by Mitchell, your very own.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first map that all went well. I think he had one before this which didn't work out so well, but...
Did he make it when he was in A?
Yeah, he made it when he was in A, yeah.
Cause it's been around a while. I remember playing it on IG like quite a long time ago.
Yeah, it's not quite the same version as that one. It's got a couple of quite nice changes which have been made. One of the most major ones was there's a slope near the market. Not sure if you can see that, but it's got a house in it now. I used to be able to get on top of the slope, and it was very awkward and like archers would stand up there and laugh as they shot people, while everyone else below was tormented. But yeah, it's a couple of fixes like that, just to make it a bit cleaner.
Alright, that's cool. It's quite a nice looking map, like a little kind of village enclosed in walls or whatever. Yeah. Seems like some very paranoid like village people, to be honest. Really high walls and just like a couple of little old sticks in a marketplace. There's no gates or anything as well.
There is a gate. I think it's supposed to be like.
Oh, there is one gate actually. Yeah.
Sort of like the outer part of a castle.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, it's the Castellum, I suppose.
Yes.
If that is what that means.
Yeah. The map itself is interesting. It's kind of like Reverend Village, but I think the flanks are possibly a bit easier to push because there's not much on the outskirts of the map. You know, whereas Reverend has a lot of like trees and fences and stuff all on the outside.
But Reverend Village seems like a much bigger map, though. Really.
I don't think it's much bigger actually. I think it's quite comparable in size. It might seem bigger because it's like this one's obviously got the hill in the middle, which blocks your line of sight. But I think in terms of the actual size.
But the village in Reverend Village is quite sort of like similar sized village, and then you've got the outside of Reverend Village, which is really big, isn't it? I would think so. I don't know.
You have a fair amount of space on the outside of this one there. I guess it's just taken up by there's some buildings on the edge of it, but I think both maps are using the same what do you call it? Scene code. So
yeah, just from ruins. Which really
everyone does that.
But that makes my job a nightmare. Like when I'm trying to do the automatic mini maps, it's this whole stupid weird technical issue.
Oh, is that how you select it based on the?
It's got like it gives it 2 tries. Like once it tries to select it with the right terrain size and the right like map slot. If that fails, it just tries the terrain size. If that fails, it just tries the map slot, and if that fails, it just does a random map. So it's like it's got a couple of chances. But it's working at the moment now because I done it based on the new WNL mod. So automatic mapping. Totally irrelevant for the viewers, just for us, but that's been my day today.
Yeah, I see that. You take that without shadows on?
Yeah, I think that's better, right? Don't you think?
I don't know, I'm not sure.
No, with shadows it's going to be really awkward, I think, the minimap would be. It'd be really hard to see anything.
Yeah.
And I raised the contrast as well to make it like kind of a bit clearer, but I don't know.
It's fine. It shows things.
Yeah, just about. It was good on the Chinese stream actually when you had like 15 people aside. You really got like a little RTS kind of map probably.
Yeah.
We'll have a much better one for Banlord anyway.
So I've been playing this map in training matches all week in this matchup. I think the maps plays in quite an interesting way. It seems to be like have a bit of division in it. Like teams often, it often ends up with like one team holding the tower, sort of. We call it a tower, that sort of platform balcony.
Yeah, with like the sort of wooden flooring. Yeah,
one team often holds sort of like that side of the map, and the other team often holds the market side. And the thing is, on the flanks of that, oh no, they're not live. On the flanks of that, there's not really much on the outside. Like, you know, there's no cover there, so it's very difficult to stop teams just pushing around the sides. But
it's difficult to stop them pushing, or it's difficult to push.
No, it's difficult to stop because there's no way you can really put archers on the outside of the map to like set up crossfire, so you just end up like having no shooting positions to slow them down. But I've seen a few times like teams have been able to push on the flanks and whatnot, but often it just seems to be a like just a shootout basically until flags.
Well, that's the story, isn't it? Compared to what one, isn't it? That's not like
yeah. I think you get some maps which are possibly more mobile.
I think the game mode is really a bit of a pretty big issue. I think, like,
yeah,
this doesn't really make sense. Like,
well,
I mean, explaining to somebody who doesn't know it, it's like, oh yeah, we just wait around and then for this thing to randomly roll and then we just run towards it.
Yeah, we carefully balance the system so that teams have mirrored factions and then we just randomly give them the flags at the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite adding up that. But
oh well. It's still, I think the fact that we enjoy it in spite of that is a testament to the game.
I love all the dark magic that comes up around flags. Like people think that, you know, if we stand in these certain places and spin around and like because the shoulders and stuff, it's gonna spawn at this flag spawn.
Oh, seriously. I've commanded a match once in like a long time ago, like 2011 probably, and like literally just told people get over here. We're gonna force the flag spawn like in a certain place, and we did that round after round, and it like obviously didn't work, but it seemed to work because it's more what we wanted to do.
I think we're live anyway.
Yeah, we are. So let's get into the game. No intro, unfortunately. I dropped the ball on that one, but there will be one for tomorrow. That's a promise.
I are taking a very heavy cav build, 4 cav there.
Yeah, it's not really surprising when Sotomas is in your team.
If one of those was a dismounted.
Is he or? No,
I'm not sure.
They look mounted to me.
So.
Yeah, they're playing hunters. And they've gone pretty much straight to this area. Oh, let me put on game music. I love my game music.
They've instantly proved me wrong by staying up in positions entirely off, like 90 degrees off from what I said was normal. But
well, you said one team at the tower. That's pretty normal.
Yeah, it usually seems to be one tower, one market, but IG seems to be going for these positions over with church and whatnot. I'm not sure how relevant those positions at church are, because it's like, alright, they're kind of nice positions if the other team was at church, but they don't really give you much for the central flag. Or even the other flag, so not sure how useful they're going to be.
So where are the flags? There's one in the middle of the market, I assume.
Yeah.
And where's the other two?
Yeah, so there's one at the side of the church, opposite side from where the graves used to be. I don't think there are any. Oh, there are some graves here.
Yeah, opposite those graves.
Yeah,
okay,
so
yeah, that's
it's like in between the trees.
Kind of area.
And then there's also another flag on the opposite side of the map, sort of down by the fence at the river. It's kind of hard to describe where it is. There's a little table with a cooking pot on it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah, it's near the fence there. The tower is quite nice, so it's coming from the middle.
Alright, so fairly neutral, no team that much closer, I think. Or kind of a little bit closer, maybe.
Yeah.
IG gonna have to come from their prayers and
Sunday
service
the position at the bakery, at the baker's oven, that's such a nice position for shooting onto that flag.
Because you can jump on the oven and like you're just over the wall.
Yeah.
And even pop out from the side as well, I suppose.
I don't know if the teams have realised the flags don't seem to be doing anything.
They seem to be eyeing it up. Majesty's kind of spinning around. Yeah, Arnold moving onto it now. Deliver, I'm going to raise it at this, first off, then just back off. And let that go to waste, and as Arnold now raises his flag.
I can't blame him for wanting to be a bit tentative there, though, with that cab that's riding around.
Yeah, and he's got no support from his teammates. Just coming up now. Sphere and Chari, the power krauts, as I called them in my preview.
Power krauts.
Yeah.
I guess IG's using, they're using the rest of infantry to try and cover against cav. But
Olivran just kind of going ham, like just kind of going solo as imp there. I don't know where Kekin and Quarism are.
He's nearly managed to even the flag up.
Kekin's coming now.
Oh, Triari's shut down.
Yeah, and Olivran goes down as well. I get the break of the flag. Yeah, looks like like IR with the advantage. Rennie and Jubei picking up kills back there, yeah. So
6v6.
Fairly even at the moment. The flag is still high for IR though, and now it's 4v6. Kekin getting kind of beaten up by Cav as well. Nice headshot from Drax. Good to Drax playing Archer actually. I actually prefer him as that role.
I can't see IG winning this.
Yeah, crazy
couple of seconds left.
And flag's higher for IR. Well, they need to get someone on the flag. They've got dismount. Oh yeah, Drax is there now, so that should do the trick. And I guess kill on Kekin as well. One team kill from Katka, which is a bit of an issue.
I think
Jubei stays alive though. Just about.
I think they're using too much infantry to like try and cover their archers. You can't really have two people just sort of sat about, sort of watching for cav. Not, you need to be using them really.
No cluster drops from IG in response to the first round. Would have thought they might take an extra cav or something. Just to try and match it a little bit.
To be honest, I don't really rate cav that highly on this map. There's actually quite a lot of positions where using cav is really hard. You've got the tower, you've got quite a lot of little sort of bunkers and places like that. So I think you should be able to set up your archers up in decent positions where they don't really need any like protection from them. And the cav just ride around sort of being useless if you can do that, but
oh.
I don't know, I think they just sort of need to be a bit more, move in a bit quicker, IG did, and just use less infantry protecting them, their archers. I think their archers just got shot, didn't they? They didn't actually
what, Chari and Sphere?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got beaten up, I think.
Yeah, the cav didn't actually attack them though. I don't think. I think they just maybe one of them did, but I think Triari got shot. But yeah, these positions they're taking just aren't really getting them anything. They only had like a tiny angle they were shooting through onto the middle there. No crossfires at all, really. IR's positions though are actually pretty good.
Flag
at least they have.
Flag gonna be spawning soon then again. I sort of wonder, yeah, what IG's plan was there really. Like you said, they didn't really have a crossfire, and I don't know. They just sort of approached the flag pretty sort of tentatively and afraid.
Yeah.
Didn't look very threatening at all, to be honest.
With that much in, you'd think they could like maybe do a bit of push or something, but
yeah, looks like they're gonna go for something else this time. Flag is spawning in the center, and IR not going for it straight away. IG gonna push through the streets, past the market, try and catch IR split up, which IR aren't really very split up though. Colin Blake's over there. Crazy Boy's gonna give him, chase him down a little bit. I don't think he's gonna get anything done though, really.
Oh, that's a nice,
yeah, quite nice bump stab.
But he's gonna be hit by. Oh, avoids me.
Yeah, gets away from the couch. Flag's still not being raised very much. Majesty is starting to raise it now, and again, these IGs are pretty passive around here. They're like, what are they waiting for? It's go time.
I think they're trying to get positions, but
yeah, but I give them the run around. There's not enough time really for IG to sort of counter this now. They've got to get those players off the flag immediately, because I mean, there's been no kills yet, and there's a minute left. I's got the higher flag. It's urgent. Yeah. They're just gonna run out of time, I think. Not even giving themselves a chance to win this round.
They've got about 15 seconds left if they get someone on. They really need the kills for. Oh, team kill.
Yeah, but I mean, is the fight even going to be able to take place, like, and finish by now? I think I've left too long. IG have even. I are picking up the kills now, though. Yeah.
It's losing all these players, though. What they really need to have happen is.
Izzy Kafka, I assume, is relaxed or someone.
It must be you.
Team kill from pretty bad one actually as well there. I'm actually just raising the flag now though. And they get their final kill on Kekken. Not very threatening stuff from IG and not really playing the flags very well in my opinion. Like you need to be way more urgent there or you're just gonna run out of time.
I mean, I liked what they were trying to do with the push. I think they're just trying to push to get better positions.
You have about like 40 seconds to actually do that though, and they pushed to a point and then stopped in the market.
Yeah. Well, you have a bit longer than that if, because I mean, once you're on top of the flag and fighting, then the clock sort of stops. So you got the actual timer. So you do have some time, but I think what they need to be doing is just pushing and creating pressure on the flag earlier and giving the archers something to shoot at, because staying tentatively back with no one sort of threatening you, it means that their cav can just ride around not having to worry about anything.
No, I agree.
They're taking more aggressive positions this time though.
I quite like that as well. I think Terraria and Sphere perhaps having a hard time. Well, Sphere's gone infantry now, so they've dropped down to just one archer, gone for 4 inf. What do you think of that?
Not a big fan. I think this map's quite has some really nice crossfire positions on it. I think it's not really using the map's strengths if you're doing that.
Perhaps shows they're not that comfortable on the map yet because they're not really finding those crossfires very well.
Yeah.
Terraria, you have to find yourself a nice stone to stand on top of.
I have to say, I don't know if IR really has much at the moment. They're sort of just all stood in one place. Oliveran going for could be reckless.
They're going to go for a bit of a push. I think it could work out. I mean, the slope is quite nice for dealing with cav because it's quite an awkward place to ride around on. And they're shutting down the archers pretty well already. Rennie brings down drags. I really like this from IG actually, especially with the javs. Problem now is the cav are coming in. But they're doing alright dealing with them. I don't really have any problem with IG's position. I think they're doing pretty well. Managing to dehorse Trebron as well, which is really nice. And yeah, IG being forced back and back and back. They're losing health, but if they can start getting kills now, which I think they can, they should be in a good position. No, it's starting to go against them. IRDW doing some nice work getting a double kill there, but Rennie does pick off Majesty. IRDW getting the triple kill. Kekken evening up again though, 5 against 5. It's not bad, but they need to do something about this cav.
They could have got quite a few more kills there than they did.
I think so, yeah. The javs weren't really hitting, and they didn't really get much dismounting done either.
Their cav could have smashed them as well.
Tried picking it back though, yeah. Kekken goes down, and the flag is spawned by the sort of the cooking pot there. I think Terraria must have gone down a little bit easy there. I didn't quite catch it on the stream, but I don't really see how he died so easily.
I think he's got caught by a cav coming from around the corner. There's quite a lot of corners like that on this map as well. Crazy
Boy and Oliveran now sort of fighting against 3 cav and an inf. Very tough. Crazy Boy is his horse. Oliveran gets a nice lance off there, but that goes Crazy Boy. And Oliveran, you gotta find yourself a shield, mate. He's hunting for one. He's trying to pick it up, but I didn't get it.
He doesn't need shields.
Oh.
Oh.
And Relax is really tanking up now actually. That's going to be a bit of a problem I think for IG. Especially as they're now done 3 rounds to nothing.
Buddy and Snowball are going to be getting out of control now. Especially for the cav.
I'm getting compliments about the minimap. I don't know I don't know why, but thanks Scott. Oh yeah, thanks for pointing out the names and scores as well. I did fix that a couple of, last round, but they were wrong for a round or 2 there.
IG sticking the same thing, and once again, I mean, you saw what kind of happened there though. IG just, yes, they can push, but IR just sort of backpedaled, and alright, they took a little bit of loss, but if you can backpedal and just hold them while your cav comes in and smashes them, that's it's pretty hard to be aggressive against that kind of build, I think.
I thought they almost had, to be honest.
Yeah, they could have had it. I think
if two deaths, which I think probably they gave away a bit too easily, hadn't have gone against them, they could have easily won that round, I think.
Yeah.
I think
IR didn't handle it very well either. They could have backed off a lot earlier than they did.
Yeah, I think you're right there, actually. The problem now is kind of the gold that they managed to build up. I mean, look at Relax now. I'm pretty sure it says Relax.
Yeah. They struggle to kill those horses with well, anything the Nord have really. Maybe a jab to the head. But otherwise it's...
need about 3, I reckon.
Yeah. Like, it's alright when you Swadians and someone else gets built up, because you just shoot someone in the head once and it kills them no matter what helmet they have, but pretty much.
Drags with the 6-1 score, doing pretty well. I always rate him like decently as an archer, but I mean they're playing him as Inf against you quite a lot, which I thought was pretty weird.
And I don't think he's bad. I think he's possibly a better duelist than he is infantry. I'm not sure.
Is he a duelist then? I don't really know. I
might be thinking of someone else. I'm not sure. I don't. I'm not an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
IG have good position.
Who's Colin Blake?
That
Toby?
No, it's not Toby.
Who is it? That's Raiden. It's Raiden. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Raiden. Yeah, that's the one. What are IG doing here?
I don't know. I was following IR.
IG had all the decent positions there.
They've decided to sort of give them away, have they?
Yeah. They've kind of just abandoned them. Oh, and Triara is down immediately.
There's no archers for IG then. They just gotta run towards their enemy now and attack, I think.
Yeah.
Need this fight to start kicking off big time, and it is. But with all this cav around, IG gonna have a really tough time, I think. Arnold brings down Rene KB. Kekken goes down to Cat Kieran.
The thing is, as well, like, they've got all this infantry, right, and none of them have polearms out, despite the enemy team having 4 cavalry. It's like...
Yeah.
When the other team is like that much cavalry, you don't want to be like keeping like infantry with just like swords out. You can't stop them. They just ride all over you.
Sphere goes down eventually there. The last casualty for IG, and well, not too great.
No. I don't know if either faction has a major advantage on the map. It's difficult to say because infantry can be pretty effective in certain places on the map, so Nords do have the advantage there, and the Nord cav can be pretty good as well because they're less sort of... Usually, you know, they're kind of bad because of the armour they have and the shields, but because they've got so much cover to ride around, it sort of makes up for that a bit. But Swadians tend to be better on open maps.
And this is an open map, don't get confused, people. I thought this wasn't the open map. It really messed with me for a while. But
it's got a tree, it's got grass. Open map.
Yeah. It's got like most of the trees, it's like in those little graves or whatever, like...
Yeah, they're planters.
They're graves, they are graves I think technically, like in the game, but...
Are those graves? I don't know.
Yeah, they're like they're squashed graves, I think. I know that because they're planters. It's the same one that's by the church, I think. The same model. Oh no, it's not. It's actually a little bit different.
Oh no.
Maybe there's a planter. I don't know. Jesus.
Yeah, I use the same things on the Villa.
They look alright, but it's just it's not a very open map kind of feature, in my opinion. If you got like trees which are that sort of specifically planted and kept.
Well, they have to keep the castle neat, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Should be a siege map, like castle. We've got some nice water and rock interaction as well. Water kind of...
Oh, going for the sophisticated jab build.
Is it we live now?
I think so.
No, it's really not live, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, they just stood around. Must be, can't be live.
Yeah, we've got some water sort of flowing in, rocks and out of bricks and all sorts of nice action there.
Yeah, not sure how the water's flowing in though, because the actual outlets for it are getting entirely closed up. But
yeah. Water does some interesting things in competitive warband maps.
I think it's just springing eternally from the sort of mound the thing's built on.
Well, in River Village, they just flow right out of like a pile of rocks. Like it's just.
Bandlord will have fully dynamic water.
Oh god, yeah.
I'm hoping you'll have swimming. Obviously I'm not going to ask you to confirm, but I'm going to assume you have swimming. Underwater fights.
Is there a specific reason that you would like swimming, or are you just a bit of fun?
Well, I'd like there not to be the sort of like the walking around underwater, not drowning that you have in Warband.
All right. What about just drowning?
Drowning I wouldn't have a problem with, but more exciting if you could swim underwater and have fights.
Okay. I think we are live now then. Pretty sure live was called. Re-en live. So let's jump back into the game then, I reckon.
Oh dear. Oh no, they've done it right. Still trying to sort out their equipment. They've finally done it. They've finally sorted out
what IR?
Fields. Yeah.
Not too hot on their drops maybe, but
they've managed to get a decent shield to the cav and drop a load of javelins to their infantry, I think. And they've got a 4-inch build, 1 archer. Actually taking the same build IG had.
Yeah.
IG also sticking the same build. I have to say
no, they're not actually, are they? IG had 5 I think. Did they have 3 cav?
Yeah, they had 3 cav as well. Yeah.
They changed that then, did they?
Yeah, it's after the second round. They changed on the third round to having that build. I have to say, I don't think it's very good. The map's great for crossfires. I don't know why these teams would be like not taking archers like so much. 1 archer is useless, like the way they're using it like this. Because I mean, the only way he's going to be able to do stuff is if you can like have the archer shooting on the other team, while the infantry approach the other team from behind or something like that, so they sort of create the pressure.
Like
otherwise, the archers
just shoot into melee and stuff like.
Yeah, it's just like you won't have anywhere near as many shots because the other team only has to worry about one direction. You know, the arrows are coming from. They don't have to look left and right and back and forward and stuff to try and stay out the crossfire. So it's very easy to keep track of just 1 archer and like keep your shield up against that. So you'd have to have if your team is attacking them from the same direction as the archer, you know, it'll be difficult for the archer to really get much done, I think.
Well, we'll see how it plays out anyway. Archer was off 4-0 up at the start of this engagement. In comes the flag for the first round of the second set, and
it'd be good for IG.
Would be good for IG to win this one, I think. Get themselves in the game, which they're really not at the moment.
Yeah, I'd say there's they've got 2 of the nice positions where they're shooting, but they've only got 1 archer. So it's not really good, doing much good actually.
No, that's not there. Well, they're sort of splitting up, IG. Some over the tower, some around the bottom.
I think they were quite slow there, weren't they? Moving in, they seem to have taken the time.
IG?
Yeah.
Oh, reasonably decisive, I think. They were quite a long way away from it, to be honest. IR getting there pretty early. I just think they've got to start fighting now, I think. In they go. We've got some more bikes and poke action going on here. Early kill from Trebron brings down Triari. But IG getting the better of the melee, I think, actually. For the most part, they were, still pretty even. But IG taking, they were taking advantage there, being even up again. Very, very close. Kekin brings down Hopkin. And they are raising the flag again now, IG, which is really important here. Dango stays worth his horse on Raiden able to finish him off. Marek, Jubeg and Kekin against Relaxed, Trebron and Raiden. The 3 key players up for IR, so if anyone can clutch this, it'd be them.
That wasn't a good decision, Marek. Don't get off your horse.
Did you need to dismount? Oh dear.
Oh, Jubeg goes down, 20 seconds. I don't think they'll be able to last 20 seconds though.
They got the higher flag. Kekin, he's got a lot of health, to be fair. If he get 1 kill, that'll take a lot of pressure off him. No, he won't last. You're right.
15 seconds, no. An eternity in Warband.
Oh, down he goes. And 7 seconds left. IR finish off. The remaining IG players, our key players here, able to clutch it out for the win. So 5-0 is the score for our triples now, and IG got to think bigger. Surely now they got to think drastically because they're not going to win rounds like this.
Well, the thing is, I just don't think their cav is anywhere as good as IR's cav.
Well, it's not.
And you know, they're not really playing with their strengths. I think IG would have been much better with what they were doing earlier on, just like, except, you know, get better positions. That's all they need. I think positional based shooting, which they did in the first 2 rounds, that was much more to their strengths and could be really nice on this map. But
yeah, it's a shame not seeing Sphere shooting, to be honest. Sphere's actually been subbed completely.
Yeah.
I really feel like that is probably like one of the best things that IG have going for them. It's Triari and Sphere. I mean, when we thought of the key players before the match, Triari and Sphere was the first thing both of us said.
Yeah.
And yeah, not making the most of them does seem a bit of an odd decision. You're right.
I think if you set up Triari and Sphere in some nice spots, and then
on some nice stones, as Relax says.
Yeah. Moving with your inf, put a bit of pressure on, give them the opportunity to actually get some shots done, and then you'd probably see some rounds come. But
a reckless jab from Slade there, just throwing it across the map, not really doing anything. Bit of a waste, to be honest. Cleric Johnson tweeted in saying, "Feel like both commanders will probably take no archers, except Triari and Raiden, 2 of the best players, can't play infantry." Yeah, probably fair.
Raiden interested in taking a longbow there.
Oh, is he?
Or yeah, is that a good idea? I mean, I guess he's not really that relevant anyway.
I'd say in my approximately 3,000 hours of the game, I must have used a longbow about 3 times max.
Yeah, I mean,
once per 1,000 hours.
Well, that's about as long as it takes to shoot it, isn't it? Like, getting a shot once every 1,000 hours.
Well, I don't know. Raiden's a better archer than me, certainly. So see what you can do with it. Bock and arrow is always nice.
I think at this point, positions are almost irrelevant because they're just with so few archers, it's just going to become a mashup, and
yeah,
as be who can backstab the most with cavalry.
Oh, first to IG looks like.
Oh,
yeah, nice couch lance there. There's a sort of knock on couch actually, so really caught drags off guard, and weakening IR's infantry potential there is really useful actually. Ray's got to watch out there, a little bit in a vulnerable position. No one really at the flag yet, and IG just driving forward. At what point does one team send a rogue player off to the flag?
I think the problem is just that like IG keeps getting these early kills. They've done it a few times now, but then they just don't seem to be able to capitalise on them. Try
found a bit of space there, and Hawk went over to kill him, but actually didn't quite manage to get him down. I think Try staying alive there could clinch the round for IG at the moment. They're looking pretty good. And nice from them. Marek finished off Slade. Yeah, 5v3. Try now able to shoot, although it's really sniping, but let's get a hit from Hopkin.
You see, this is the thing. Even though they're 5v3, I get the feeling that IG's not going to get this.
No, IG are going to get this. Look, Try finished off. To be fair, like as you were saying that, another IR play to go down. But I think IG got this, to be honest. They've still got pretty good health on Oliveran. He's still going to go down easy. Nice kill from Triari, and not much left from Majesty. Oliveran finishes him off.
Looks him getting a round back.
Yeah, that went really well. I think if Triari had gone down there, which he very almost did, could have gone a different way.
I don't know, it just seems like, you know, once you get like those early kills, ideally you want to be like locking your team up, making sure people don't die, you know, because you can just use your numbers then, you don't have to take risks.
Yeah.
You can just use your numbers and like get more kills.
And IG not doing that effectively, you don't think?
No, they just seem to be like dying almost randomly, like, to things. I'm not sure that there's... They don't seem to be taking advantage of the snowballs, basically.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Probably just sort of lack of team cohesion. Perhaps lack of practice. I don't know how much they're training at the moment, but they don't look like a team which is sort of too on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure the positions they've got right now. That's almost what I don't know what they're getting there. That position is like no. It's
what, IG?
For flags. Yeah, IG's position is rubbish. There's obviously some sort of plan going on.
It is a long way from all the flags, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
And there's better positions which are sort of completely open as well. They're not going to.
Maybe they're afraid of being pushed or something, and they feel it's defensive.
Well, they are moving. They're moving forward now a little bit. Gonna try and take some of the space which is available to them. else moving around? I seem quite happy with where they are. Sort of near the tower. Decent position, I think. It's alright. It's got 2 flags covered pretty well. They're sort of moving around though, kind of away from that. I don't really know why.
Yeah. I really don't know why, what this one archer thing's about. I can't ever see like a point of having one archer. Might as well just go like 4 cav or...
Well, no, shooting is still useful. That's not, I don't know, like...
I don't know, I think 2 archers is just so many times better than 1 archer.
Yeah, I agree.
It's almost like, you know...
I agree, but I mean, I still think like, the archers are doing pretty good work, I think. Alright, flag spawns over by the church again.
It's almost a reverse of the last round, I think. I wonder if IG is just going to reverse onto it and just get mashed up a bit like I did.
Yeah, Liveran's got to really watch out here. He doesn't... You know, he's away from the pack quite a lot of the time, but I think he's commanding. He's got to make sure he watches out for himself as well. Even though he has been surviving pretty well, but... he's got to make sure he's not vulnerable too much. Hopkin takes a big hit there. Somewhere. It looks like the IG cav are sort of on the runabout trying to find a bit of action. Getting javelined a little bit though there.
Yeah.
Is the fight breaking out now?
Yes.
It is just starting here.
So reverse things. Instantly lose 2 players though, so...
Yeah, 2 cav as well, so that could be pretty tough to deal with. In comes Hopkin for a 4th. And yeah, this is all gone against IG pretty much. 1 kill back from Quarry. Oh god, Quarry. Slay takes down Jubeg and yeah, I run away with that. They seemed a bit confused whether to sort of back off to the flag or find a good spot, and they just found themselves in a really horrible spot.
Yeah,
there's a really bad engagement.
Well, there's 2 things you could do there. You could back off the flag, and because they don't have any ranges anyway, well, except the 1, you could just sit on the flag and hope that because you have the flag pressure, that gives you the advantage for the engagement. Or you could just go aggressive, but...
I mean, one thing which often works quite well, but I suppose more against a sort of disorganized team, is it's kind of sort of running away from the flag almost, and like just towards the back of where towards your opponent has been. You can normally catch off like some kind of straggling players and stuff, and get a little player advantage from that.
Yeah,
you got to be fast. But yeah, what IG did, it was sort of right in the path of IR, in a really bad spot.
Yeah, they're just trying to run around that house, but it's... I don't know, the team that is backing off in that fight with that much cavalry is going to have the advantage, in my opinion. If you've got like... Well... I don't know, actually. It's...
Oh, I think it was backing off which that did them in, to be honest. Like, they had no real sort of decent position. Try wasn't in a very nice place, sort of away from the melee or anything like that. And
yeah,
their cav went down right at the start of the engagement as well.
But it might just be cav skill that's doing it. I mean, when the other team is like Relax and Trebron and Majesty, the other one, or
Hopkin.
Hopkin's
not bad. Like, he was always pretty good. Like, for Division B, he was always like one of the best. I feel like he's perhaps had a bit of a harder time in Division A. Like, he didn't really do that much against A.
I don't know if I wouldn't have usually regard Hopkin as a cav player. I don't know. Maybe I'm just
wrong on that.
No,
he definitely is. He always used to play cav. Charles Hopkin was his original name, and him and Barbarian Warlord were like, I use power cav. Division B. Alright then. Flag is going to spawn now in the middle position. IG seem pretty indecisive about how to play it. They've got a good view of what IR are going to plan on doing though, which is just walk towards it. Always a pretty safe bet. Or not. They're going to stand still.
They jump at each other.
Yeah. Do a little dance.
They're going to have like a truce and armistice.
A what?
An armistice. Well.
Okay. Yeah.
Peace in our time.
A period of detente.
It's like neither team wants to fight.
well, Trevor wants to fight.
Shari goes down.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice move actually there. Trevor went right in, and Raiden was in behind to shoot him when he was down. Managed to get some kill off on Kekken as well, and oh yeah, it's all kind of going haywall for IG right now.
I don't really know why they're using more archers. 3 archers on this map.
Sure, everyone gets dismounted, but I just kind of outnumbered now. It's 8 against 5, and I are sort of running away with the momentum. Raiden under a lot of pressure. They do finally get him down. Join over some crazy boy and Rene, but it's not enough.
Not going to matter at this stage.
Rene going to spin and weave all he can, but it's going to go down. Crazy boy coming in with a couch dance. Couch dance is a good way to start a comeback, but let's just go down there. And there you have it. 7-1 in favour of IG, and they're looking in favour of IR. Sorry, and they're looking pretty dominant right now.
Yeah, that was very different from anything I've seen any other team do really on this map. That was weird.
Yeah, a little odd there.
The thing is, neither team seemed that comfortable with it either. They like the way they were playing it. There was a lot of indecision, you know. And I mean, IR was sort of sitting back as well a lot. But
in the engagements, IR just getting the better of them really.
Yeah.
Do you think it is cab quality was the main difference between the two teams, and that's what's really sort of causing the problems? I got to say,
yeah. Well, I think
it is.
I mean, IG's lost a couple of their sort of really high-level players like Siphon and
Rempica as well. Yeah. Was Menethil on IG?
Sorry, I'm thinking of Rempica.
Yeah. Menethil would be a very good addition to IG. I'm sure they would love to have him, but he's in funds of the Emperor right now. When's that game going on actually? SOE versus Castellans.
Is it going on today?
It might be, yeah.
That should be a good match, that one.
You've missed a chance to bet on the betting thread for today's matches, but make sure you do go and place your bets for tomorrow's games. There's still a chance to win some money, or lose some. Looks like that'll be going on tomorrow as well, yeah. Oh, it's going to be on Monday. Ooh, maybe I can stream it. No, I can't. I have German class.
They'd you strong arm poor Dasby into taking over all the gambling.
I didn't strong arm him. I just criticised him constantly, which was fair because it was really bad. And then I just said, okay, I've had enough of that. I'm just gonna make my own one because I decided I just wanted to do some spreadsheet stuff because I had like. If you, like, you know when you get like an idea in your head and you can sort of envisage how it's going to be and that you think it'll be like good and then it makes you want to do it, you get like motivation.
Yeah.
I got that and I was like, okay, I'm just doing this, I don't really care, because he clearly wasn't getting what I was trying to tell him. And so I was getting frustrated and I said, okay, I'm just going to make my own one.
And then mafia boss moving
yeah,
in on
well it wasn't, but he just went mental and like said, oh, how don't take this away from me, this is all I've got, I'm just trying to help the community. I was like, what? And then he just, yeah, after saying no, it will not go down, he just kind of had a melt and then shut it down.
Oh dear. I don't gamble, so it doesn't affect me.
No?
No.
You don't gamble at all, even for fake denars.
No, I can't risk those fake denars.
You need them all for bread and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, for those of you who do gamble and drink and whore and smoke, come on down to Captain Lust's Illegal Gaming Shack. Place your bets now. Actually, stick on that topic. If I'm desperate to stay on it, we can refer to the amount of money which has been bet on both of these teams. I'm pretty sure. Well, like the thing is, it's not that much value, because basically teams normally just put all their money on themselves and then lose it and don't bet again. But Irish Rebels have had 4,850 dinars placed on them, which is one of the highest, second highest to Castellans. And the highest money, and then for God of Istiniar total is 1,500. So much less money been placed on IG. In fact, most of the IG people that put money on didn't put very high stakes on.
Do you think there's some conflict of interest, letting the players bet on themselves, or the?
Well, no. If they bet on themselves, there's not a conflict of interest. There's a sort of a collaboration of interests.
Can they bet on the other team then?
I think they they can. I let them. But yeah, there's a conflict of interest there.
Do you think IG are betting on IR this week?
Well, secretly, they're going to give dinars to. Well, they haven't actually bet so far, but yeah, perhaps they could do. I think I'm not going to restrict that. I don't have any plans to unless it gets really bad. I said it's going to be up to WNL to decide whether they want to restrict that, or whatever. They have to give penalties through their own thing. If people are going to bet against themselves. I'm just taking bets. Just Just an honest gambling illegal gaming shack runner. Alright, wait, enough of that. Mountain Fortress. Our closed map doesn't seem much more closed than Castellum, to be honest, but our closed map is way bigger as well, don't you think?
I'm not sure if it's bigger.
Feels to me way bigger.
Maybe. I think once again it might be sort of like. No, it is bigger. I think. Yeah, I think you're right. It is bigger.
Oh, we are live, are we?
Oh yeah.
Let's get to the game.
It's possibly more in favour of archers in relation compared to cavalry. This one, because the sort of the blocks, the buildings are bigger, and so it takes a long time for cavalry to come around and approach from a different direction on quite a lot of the areas.
That's an advantage for infantry, you think?
That's an advantage for archers because, well, it's a disadvantage for cavalry, so archers sort of benefit.
Okay,
at the same
indirectly.
time. Yeah. But they're going to have a fight, I think. IG going to platform.
No, IG's going to back off.
Maybe Ragnar in there. I don't know who's in there.
AB Ragnar?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Playing for IG, not wearing IG. Oh, playing for IR, sorry. Ragnar, what was he? An imp? Yeah, I guess, or playing Archer. Maybe, I guess, probably an Archer.
And IG didn't need that drop.
No, crazy boy gone down, and he wouldn't be happy about that. He's a ragey boy. Sometimes. As I'm sure you've experienced.
Some history there. I have some decent positions.
Back he comes. So they lost a cav, did they? IG?
Yeah.
I think honestly that's not too bad really. That's probably the best thing they could have lost, because IR only got one anyway. This basically just means that they're down on Archer.
IG have a lot of cav on this map. If that was a cav, if Crazy Boy was a cav.
I think Crazy Boy mainly plays cav. He might be an Archer actually. Wait, but let's find his corpse. Where's this damn corpse?
I'm just looking around if that's myself.
Somewhere. Oh god. He's probably doing some weird flanky stuff. Oh well, we shall never know until we look back on the stream. Flag spawns in the crossroads, and I are pretty good for that, I think.
IG need to be doing some movements a lot quicker than what they're doing now.
Yeah, they seem to be not sure about what to do, and it's quite a hard approach really, because like you can get archers kind of everywhere. Attila, I've given your position away, mate, there, but hiding with his head in the wall.
Operations from the bridge. They've managed to break IR's crossfire, but Attila's dropped out as well, even up the score. Yeah. Deliverance sort of caught in the middle there. He needs help.
Oh, just his life somehow by the grace of God.
Don't know where the other IG players are. They seem to be fighting 3 against 7 at the moment.
Oh,
Boris goes down.
Yeah, they're actually in a nice position though, because Terrari's just got a clear shot, and yeah.
But so they don't time it. The flags are up. IR's won. Unless I
really?
can go right now.
Oh, it's gonna be hard. Oh, they're on. Yeah, they're on. Oh, just about. And they have a player advantage as well with 6 players to 5. Sphere and Terrari in great shooting spots as well. Oh no, Terrari's now caught up in melee, but Sphere in a great shooting spot. In comes Relax to deal with him. And oh, it's very close.
That was interesting when the flags was going up while he was stationary.
Down goes Relax.
Like an IG round.
Yeah, I think they're gonna take it. Oh, bad team kill, but it's got to stay on the flag. Stay on the flag.
Oh no, Rene not.
Oh
no.
dear. And Super League with a lot of health. They've really got to kill Super League now, because oh, there we go. Everyone finishes him off. Jesus, Rene. And well, that's interesting there, because Rene got 2 team kills. He must have got 4 kills as well, because he's still on 2-0. Bloodlust Rene.
Couldn't tell friends from foe. The red mist descended. I think that that bridge is quite awkward, because you know they had like I think drags on the bridge, which was like building up their crossfire.
Yeah.
But because the IG can just jump in over that, it's like you can just break the crossfire immediately, and there's nowhere else you can really shoot from. And
they had that set up really nicely. They ended up in a sort of like a 3v2 with Terrari just unchallenged, just shooting into melee, getting sort of stun shots and that sort of thing. So sort of pretty bad organisation there from IR, I think, really, to take that kind of fight.
They've been failing to jump over that bridge, but Not sure what IR's really doing there. I guess they want the same position again.
Crazy Boy's going back as an infantry, actually, by the way. So he probably was playing it before.
Okay. That probably would have helped a bit more, having extra infantry.
Yeah, it's sensible.
IR's got 3 rangers.
That's not a bad idea.
No, I worry about them being able to use them all. But
I think on the outside flags ones especially, you get like pretty good advantage from that. Like even the extra fire rate is pretty good because there's quite a lot of space to shoot and things.
I think where Attila is at the moment is a bit too far away, actually. I guess he can always move to the other end of the fence, but
team's determined to wait for the flags now as well. I mean, there's been no real intent from either team to sort of make a push. Hardly any of these rounds, just that one where IG pushed. Other than that, it's been very, very passive.
It's not really what I expected, to be honest, because I think IR against us anyway seemed very aggressive, like constantly looking for that melee fight or whatever.
Yeah.
IG looking to do the old bridge jump.
Yep.
Oh, I don't think Crazy Boy's seen this guy on the left. Ragnar.
Well, we've seen him now.
Oh, we see him now. Yeah.
They're getting a bit outnumbered actually. I've done played this up pretty well. Marek comes in and that's awkward from Marek. Doesn't manage to distract Dragged enough for Deliverance to bring him down. Oh, no, very, very fortunate team kill there. Oh, and Deliverance gets another kill. And well,
snowballing like crazy.
Yeah, that was going. Looked like it was going to really bad for IG there, but a couple of incidents turned that around. Super League getting a double kill though. Yeah. Let's go down now though, and IG 6 players against 3.
Can't lose this now.
Yeah, down goes Denses as well. And well, it really looked like I was just going to win that fight. They seem to be in a much more advantageous position.
I think the problem is the crossbows, isn't it? It's like at those ranges they're shooting, the crossbow gets one shot and then that's it. They can't really shoot anymore.
One of them got caught switching their weapons as well, and Relax's going to get finished off there.
Yeah, Triari's just able to just keep the shots coming out at that range. I see they've got Triari and Spear playing range now.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And bit of a switch up from IR there. They're going to take an extra infantryman. Drax is going to drop his crossbow.
I wonder if they're going to be aggressive here, because generally with that much inf you want to be aggressive, in my opinion anyway. Because the more you sit around not fighting or using your infantry, the more likely you're just going to get to be shot pieces or give the other team time.
No sickles or picks coming out from IR. No, IG probably in decent gear by now. Not taking up too much actually, but Deliverance got himself some nice chainmail. So Sphere. You like the picks at all?
The picks in terms of teams or
no, the weapon, like the fighting, the military pick or the sickles and stuff.
Right. They can be okay. I think the weapon I'd choose if I can't get something else, to be honest. I mean, it does a lot of damage and it's fast, but the problem is range. You really need range as a ranger now, because it's easy to get out of range with low athletics. So I almost always take a sword as a ranger.
What about Zinth though?
Oh, Zinth. You don't really get the option for it as Zinth, do you? Unless you do a swap.
Yeah, you do.
To be honest, a military cleaver.
Yeah, you do.
Do you get yeah. Why do you want it when you can get military cleaver though?
Well, I suppose it's for its anti-armor as its real use, I suppose.
I remember doing some tests, and I think even though it obviously has a bit of a bonus for the pierce damage, I think the military cleaver still does higher damage on the more armor. So there's just almost no point in getting it.
Yeah, that 35 damage is pretty wicked. When you get a good connection as well. It does bounce less as well though, I think, though, the pick. Not that the military cleaver bounces hardly ever anyway.
Yeah. And the range, of course.
Yeah, and it looks so cool, doesn't it, the military cleaver? So evil looking. It's like an orc weapon. Alright, flag spawning in the crossroads again, and IG going to be raising at early doors this time. This time they're defending for the first time, actually.
IG are in a real sticky situation now. They've backed off and they're letting IR surround them.
Yeah, you're right. They're not going to be surrounded by the from the bridge though, so they still have that to their advantage.
I'm doing a bit of a push with Liver and 2 Cav here.
Yeah, but they're leaving the flag pretty lightly defended. In comes Relax from the back. He's going to try and cause some problems. Oh, and does get caught by Liveran here. He's able to escape, but takes a lot of damage there. Oh, sorry, Quarazem. Marek goes down and... Oh yeah, Relax taking a big beating there, but gets a nice hit off there on Sphere. He's not able to shoot while he's kept busy by Majesty.
Dentist goes down to Kekken.
Still pretty even. Ragnar's found some space to shoot here, and that's going to be an advantage, but it's forcing to May now. Kills coming in for IG though. All of a sudden, they are now 5 players against 4 with their advantage.
I think they need to be careful here though, because
Crazy Boy and Kekken got beaten up there. They still have the flag higher. The issue though is Quarazem needs some support. There's 2 IG players outside the map. They've just managed to kill Boris, but they've got to get back and support their teammates because Quarazem and Renekabir are fighting in a disadvantage here. Quarazem is really low on health right now. In comes the support, but they've got to stay on the flag though. It's really important. Oh, nice jab from Quarazem. Oh, and he turns around and gets shot by Chirari. This could be a draw. It's very close. No, I think it could finish, but Chirari's got to get closer. I think doesn't want to waste any time. He's going to move forward with every shot. Oh, brilliant shot from Chirari, and they're going to finish off Drags as well. I think here. They must do. Oh, it's a kill from Drags.
Liveran goes down, but the flag's up.
He's got to find a shield, and he's delayed on that. Oh, Triari shoots him out of the air, and look at this guy, Triari.
IG seemed a lot more comfortable with this map, I have to say, like in their positioning.
Yeah.
They seemed a bit confused on the last one. They weren't sure really how it was gonna go, but this one they seemed more comfortable with. Although I think they've mucked up their drops like this. Marek going without a shield.
Oh dear.
This Cav probably want the archers not to have a shield rather than the cavalry, but
where is Marek?
He's just riding around near the new alley.
Well, that's a big mess up, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought they wanted to grab a shield off Triari or something, but
they probably will do.
IR moving over to take that low area, and
or maybe it was his fault that he got the drops wrong and it's his punishment that he can't have on.
I'm not really sure what IR are doing down there though. I wouldn't say that ruin is any better than the platform really.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't know what they're doing.
I mean, I wouldn't even say, even if they get the flag there, they've only got the 1 firing position onto it.
But they look pretty cool lined up with their matching armors and stuff. Dense's Drags are super Lee.
They're very organised. Taking those, is that 3 spears we've all got? Yeah.
3 spears, yeah.
For a war spear myself. Get one.
Totally matching actually. Identical. Oh no, gloves. Gloves for Drags. Off uniform.
Not uncommon for...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's not uncommon for teams to have like quite organised builds there nowadays. Like every single piece of like equipment
planned out, yeah.
Planned out, yeah.
Because it's important for the drops and stuff as well, so... That's fair.
Outside flag.
Really nice to see Chirari last round, sort of showing off his skills. I like having like famous players in the scene, and Chirari's definitely one.
Now, this is interesting because IR is going, well, that way.
That way.
Yeah.
Don't be too specific.
Sort of like, no descriptive thing. They're going to the flag.
But from the outside.
But the thing is, the best place on this map is the wall. The wall is key. Like you get archers shooting from the wall, and it's so dominating. If IG can just get down and fight and leave their archers up on the hill, I don't know if IR will be able to do anything.
I seem a little bit confused about what to do actually, because they sort of went down the hill and then back up again. Doing a bit of a Jack and Jill manoeuvre at the moment.
They're wasting a lot of arrows there, like just shooting into them and not really achieving anything. But I think IG's been too big a split here now. Yeah,
I think they're gonna go and try and sort of, like get them off the bridge now. But I mean, they've waited for too long. There's no time left to do anything like that. Yeah, they come around the back. Try able to sort of punish us as well.
Sort of an awkward fight going on the crossroads.
Yeah.
Until they're almost dead, he's like got 1 hit point left.
Not able to be finished. Finish him off
just
actually.
Bumper kill him.
Try's got to turn around to help out in the main fight. And actually, IR are doing pretty well in this main fight now. They kept Try busy for a long time, but
But they got Triari shooting down from a hill.
Yeah, they
like,
do.
Onto the fight now. All they have to do is stay
Sphere's
alive.
going to pull out his bow now as well.
Merrick gets stopped. Killed.
Yeah, and Liveron's not going to go down easily. He's pretty solid in the melee. Nice headshot from Sphere there. IG got this, I think. It looks like, at least.
Yep.
Through better positioning.
Definitely got this.
And, oh, nice work from Crazy Boy there as well. Doing some good stuff in the melee.
Triari somehow goes down. Did Ragnar sneak
I think he was off in the
oh no, he's over
crossroads, was he? On the ruins?
He's in that little room that looks over the flag. Yeah, the sort of only.
Troy wasn't there, was he? Troy was on the bridge, must have been.
Yeah, he got shot from that room.
Up there. And Ragnar was the player from earlier that he couldn't kill, so he's come back to haunt him.
IR really needed to just like go and push IG off that bridge before trying to take the flag. I mean, they did it eventually, sort of, but they sort of like ummed and ahed and wasted a lot of time. I have to wonder as well. I mean, I'd say potentially crossbows have the advantage on this map. I wonder if IG's shots are going to be even better on this side.
Well, that was a pretty massive turnaround for IG. They've gone up to 7-5 the score after being
7-5, yeah,
7-1 down. So like massive from IG. Really impressive for a team which like I've sort of been kind of writing off a little bit.
Yeah.
And they look really solid. We got some tweets coming in from the last set as well. With Craig Johnson saying, "I think IG use lead boots. They walk so slowly for years now." bit ban from Craig Johnson. Scar saying, "IG looking strong with 4 kills." Oh, Rennie KB with 4 kills. Hashtag comeback. Hashtag WNL4. Yeah, I agree. Bit more coming in from Scar as well. Triari fucking clutch, 6 shots. And I honestly don't get why our triples don't go for 2 cavalry considering there's so many good cav players. I think that's a good point as well. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it is a good point.
Like, make use of that, really.
Yeah, I think IG, to be honest, will just want to keep the same setup, really. They seem to be relatively confident with it.
I think they just got to hope they don't go down after the swap. I mean, spawn-wise, you think there's an advantage for either team on this map?
Yeah. Well, actually...
But
I don't know.
Faction aside, like, just talking about the spawns for the minute.
You see, I'd usually say that the inside is the advantage, but I'm honestly not sure nowadays with this one. I'd say it's relatively even. There's enough stuff you can do on the outside.
I mean, it's certainly pretty balanced.
Yeah.
What about faction-wise then?
Faction-wise, as I say, it gives slightly less useful for cavalry, I think. So I'd say, given that Nords tend to have better cav than Roddics, Roddics probably have the advantage, especially as well. Those Nord cav are so done in by Roddic crossbows on this map. You know, you ride around the corner of the crossbow, they just shoot you. Shield doesn't stop it. So
yeah.
you just you have to be really careful as Nord cav on the inside. And there's a lot of there's a fair few little fences and obstacles as well, which make it very difficult to get in at those crossbows. So in terms of infantry, I mean, yeah, north of the jabs, I'm not sure how useful they really are on this map, but...
Well, they're pretty useful on any map, aren't they? Let's face it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't rate jabs that highly.
Really?
No, I think...
We've seen them used to some pretty strong effects, like specifically...
yeah, in the finals.
In the finals, yeah.
Yeah.
From a young boy called Blacktide.
Yeah, I think Rangers do a better job though.
I think they do, but I think throwing weapons is really useful. I still remember even at the start of the game, I always think throwing weapons had like pretty good strength, like Modus Tollins, Core's hero in back in the day. He was pretty sick with your jabs.
Yeah, I think they're possibly just a bit too hit and miss, and the infantry who are throwing them can often be, depending on the range, can often be doing more good melee than they are with the javelins.
Yeah, there is that.
Like, outside of that melee range, javelins can potentially be useful, but often it's because the infantry's out of position or can't actually get into melee.
I mean, there's the advantage of it's unblockable with that shield or that sort of thing is pretty useful still, I think.
Yeah.
I like jabs, especially when the shield starts to break in the later stages of melee, just sort of pulling back, bringing out a jab. There's an advantage there. I just like the flexibility it gives you.
Yeah, I like using jabs for killing horsemen as well.
Yeah, regular against horses, especially when you get the like full speed bonus, get a full jab on a horse. It's gonna take a big chunk of health off.
Yeah, but at the same time, you stop a horseman as an infantry. Archers can you just pop?
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Yeah, just poking with the spear is often more useful. That's right. Couple more tweets coming in. Dasby saying the comeback is real. Hashtag WNL4. And Killer agreeing with Scar. I think yeah, sensible words from the master of administration, whatever his title should be.
I think IR might. I think IR is still going to win.
Well, they're still in the lead. But you know they're 0-4 on the map, and that's a big loss. It shows IG clearly doing something a lot better than IR on this map.
Yeah. They tried out Ragnar. IG changing him over? Can't really tell.
Sorry?
I was just wondering if IG are trading any either. I wouldn't have thought they would want to, considering they just won 4-0. But
yeah, probably taking the same class setup. I mean, who else would you change from that IG team?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pegasus and Dasby waiting in the wings, but I don't know if they're going to come in. I think IG are checking different servers. I think they've got a bit of ping issues here, perhaps. Might have a little switch, so be a slightly extended break, but do bear with us.
They're saying they're ready now. Oh, IG saying they're not.
IR, yeah. IG are the ones with the problem, I think. What do we know about this Charism player?
I don't really know anything about him, to be honest. Well, useful, aren't I?
Is he a Smurf?
No, I don't think he's a Smurf. He's a recruit that I've seen for IG.
Maybe he's might come from CLG or something like that, because he's like pretty competent, but not like amazing, but he's doing alright.
Yeah, he's been in IG's roster for a fair time now. I think. Not sure if he's in there last season. He's definitely been in the whole season here, though.
Well, I think we've had a bit of spawn problems, so not live, I think. Yeah, gonna be not live. And okay, then we'll be back in just a little bit.
Don't know if those are going to be IR's builds, but if it was, it looks like they're going for another heavy infantry build.
Yeah, it could be. Oh, we'll see.
I don't really feel like they've been using it very well though on that last set.
Well, no, certainly not. Not with an 0-4 score. I think.
Because
I mean, yeah, like you know, the obvious choice is just to get some more cav in there. Really, that's what their big strength is. That's what was doing so well for them on Castellum. I mean, it's not that much more close than Castellum. It's not that much worse for cav. Even though you did mention this, got some awkward spots. I still think it's pretty useful, and you know, on the flags, obviously, it's going to be a big help as well.
Oh yeah, 2 cav at least is pretty common on this map.
Yeah. Like throwing.
Can work very well.
Throwing trap on and relax. So we're going to be live now. Take 2.
Yes, they got treble on and relax in there, I think.
Yeah, pretty sensible. Obviously thinking the same way as we are. Prod Hopkin used to be the star of the show in IR.
Pushed
onto the bench.
1 archer raid and build.
You're not a fan, I assume?
Not of 1 archer, no. At least he's taking the short bow this time. Might get more than 1 shot out, I don't know. IG seems comfortable moving over to that crossroads position again.
What do you think of Raiden as a player?
Yeah, he's certainly been around a long time. He's
that's not an opinion. That's a fact.
Obviously, very competent ranger.
Not much then, really.
Well, don't know really. Yeah, obviously he's a high-level ranger. Other than that, I haven't really seen him sort of do much else.
Fair enough. Oh, I think he's really good. He's got pretty good melee skills as well, with like manual block and all. That's pretty good. He's certainly a player who can like do like You know, he's got a bit of flair. Can do a bit of clutch in an important situation. I think that's really valuable in a player. Like, I really distinguish between players who have that and players who don't. And often it's not very clear on the scoreboard or whatever. But I mean, you know, some players just have no concept of how to sort of handle difficult situations, or new situations, which so many rounds are lost and won on.
Yeah, I have to agree there. Yeah, I are doing some weird conga line.
Yeah, I'm checking it out now as well. Oh, the line is broken. No, not really. They've kept up pretty well actually as they're moving. Snaking around. Flag spawns just where they were walking away from. They have to turn around.
I wonder if they're going to make the same mistake
and not go for the bridge early enough. Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're walking headfirst into at the moment. They do have 2 cav though. I mean, a little pass by from Relax. Let's follow him now. Pick off an archer, and that suddenly it's a very different situation.
I have to say that I don't know why IG's infantry are moving to that end of the bridge, because they could have just dropped off the wall and headed
You're
straight
right there.
down.
Instead, they've given IR like chances, you know, get on the flag first.
Yeah. And
I think Super League's going to move on to try and raise it, but very, very runnable position there.
Look at these positions though for the IG Rangers. IR are so so done in where they are.
But there's not much time left. I mean, I actually got to make the most of it. They've got to start getting. They've got to get onto that flag, or IR's going to raise it, and the fight's not going to have enough time to play out.
I don't know. I think they could. Oh, Rene in a lot of trouble there.
That's much escape. They bring down
I think
hand cleaver drop. Marek takes that dances, and yeah, they're getting this. They got that fight done pretty well, pretty quickly. Rene going to give chase to Relax, and now IG able to move onto the flag with 8 on 5. Pretty dominating start.
Don't know if this.
They got to get super late off the flag straight away though, because they don't want to waste time. Oh, when it comes to Relax gets caught up, I think it's going to go down now. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't think Trevor might be able to do anything.
Not going to be able to do too much, I don't think. Goes for a pass, I guess they're knocked down, but it's caught up in the main now, and takes a big old slash to his horse from Liveran's axe. Raiden Majesty and Trevor on left. 3 excellent players, but
actually takes that crazy boy, little fight going on the bridge. Jari in a melee.
Where are you? Okay. Oh, he's got himself the military pick. Nice bit of manual blocking from Jari there. Oh, no.
IG losing players now.
Blocking up is hard.
Probably too late to matter. But
Majesty. Yeah, it's late to matter. Majesty takes a big jump off that bridge, and it's gonna stay alive anyway though.
When you got 7 players, you shouldn't be losing anyone really.
No,
not 7 on 3.
No, not at all. That 8, and they went down to like 5, did they? Or 6.
Yeah, they lost 2 players there when it's 7 on 3.
They went okay, yeah. So no, but they had 8. They had 8 originally. Like they weren't they? Or maybe not.
Did they? I thought they'd lost someone. So.
They're on the side which isn't by the map, so it's hard to tell. Like the heights of how many players left.
I have said I don't know what IR were doing there with that position. I'm not sure what charging out to do.
They've not thought very very hard on that flag, I don't think, and what really wins it.
You see, this is where IG does better. Like they're good at sort of finding solid positions for flags and just holding those, and just working around their ranges, which is what they were doing there. That's their strength of play. So when they weren't doing that on the other map, it was definitely worse for them. IR, you know, if IR is good across every single class, they could be more aggressive, I think, than they are. Sure, really.
Tweeting from Serkan, giving us a bit of info. I assume it's on Karazmi, he's not said it in the tweet, but because we're mentioning him, saying he's a very good infantry, he's a new player. 2 exclamation marks. Thanks for that, Serkan.
I look like they're positioned a bit more aggressively this time.
I don't think they're going to be going for an outside approach if it's the outside flag this time.
No, obviously not working well.
They seem to be just. I think they're just going to push right into IG no matter what happens, to be honest. They seem raring to go. They are still in the lead as well, in spite of IG being on a 5-round winning streak.
IG left Ferrara by himself.
Where's
he was taken out quite a lot. Oh, he's smashed retreat now. Grouped up. Outside. Oh, it's in
the crossroads. So IR, they're just going to send 1 player. It's going to be hand cleaver drop.
Now,
I don't know who that is, Smurf4, by the way. But
thing is now,
I'm sure.
IR have no crossfires. If IG sort of just hold fast and use their ranges, I think it might be difficult for IR to do anything.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to take Terraria off the bridge. And here comes the fight. First kill does come in for IR, yeah. Just one cav, just Marek left, and these cav do have an opportunity to do something here. But Trevor gets caught up and reared there, does escape fairly comfortably though. In comes Marek, and all kills coming in for IR though, really.
Yeah.
Getting the best part of this round so far. It's 5-on-7 though, it's not over yet. Down goes Quarazem, and yeah, they sort of managed to drive the fights down into the alleyways, and that's sort of been too much for IG's crossfire to really deal with. Terraria, and the fire rate for Terraria has not been good enough here. Like the crossbows are just too slow to really make the most of that, and he goes down as well with a really dominating round from IR.
Got a bit of news, apparently Hans Cleaver drop is Soto Mercy.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Check the face out. Yeah, that's definitely Soto Mercy. And
yeah, I think the problem there was that IG took a fight in a place where they didn't have a crossfire. They moved both their ranges, I think, to the same place and didn't have a crossfire at all. And they'd been better off charging one side or something and getting away from IR.
Yeah,
just working around to get the crossfire.
The crossbows really didn't do anything at all there. In fact, Sir and Terraria still both on 0 kills. It might be worth taking like a sort of regular crossbow or something like that just to get the extra fire rate. We've got a heavy crossbow from Sphere. Terraria probably same.
Yeah, I don't think it's so much. I mean, obviously they do have a lower fire rate, but I don't think it's so much that as the fact that they just didn't have the positions to shoot from. They were shooting through their own team to like, and only had like a tiny field of view. It's not really a good position. You want the ranges like, you know, like they had before, like on the bridge. You know, having a nice time just shooting from range.
So they're going to try and shut down Relaxo in this area.
Oh,
and yeah, they've got him. That's a really nice pickup from IG there. Massive advantage for them.
IR down to 1 cab now.
Yeah, they are just Trebron.
IR pushed in though. IG taking a fight. Are they going to be out of position?
They're pretty outnumbered here, but I think they can escape from this quite comfortably. Yeah, they can. Nice work.
Yeah. Rene.
That was actually really nice from IG there as well. Nice from Crazy Boy to move over and just cover that exit.
Yeah. Rene just needs to be careful here, travelling past Raiden.
Yeah, always got to be careful.
Raiden's going to take a heavy toll on this horse there with the Roddick.
Where is this?
Shoots Trebron.
Where is this? I'm missing this. Over here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rene's just escaping. You see a lot of shots in this horse. This horse is probably almost dead there.
Hmm. Might have been dead if it was a long way.
Raiden managed to shoot Trebron in the back as well.
Oh really?
Don't know if Trebron's that happy about that.
Might have been deliberate. And flag spawn's outside. This is the first time we've seen the flag spawn out there this game.
IR look like they're ready for a fight.
IR focusing on jabs pretty heavily.
IG do not have a crossfire like this, I don't think.
No, not really. They're just both next to each other.
They want to just take the time, set up the crossfire, but I have backed off a bit. Oh, Rene goes down to a jab.
No, Marek.
Not Rene, sorry, Marek.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And Kekken and Livrand fighting outside the range of the archers. It's not a great position here for IG at all. And Trevor able to do quite a lot of work here. Livrand's under so much pressure, without a shield now. Still able to do a lot and keep. Oh, nice kick there. But not able to come off on the slash. It's very, very close at the moment. IGR player down. They do have decent arch positions. About to be crushed by Soto Mercy. Quarazem under a lot of pressure here. Him staying alive is very, very important, and their infantry are going to be the only thing that's going to keep them in this round, I think. Livrand, just staying alive by skin of the teeth. Great manual blocking, and a lovely headshot by Sphere, just keeping IG in the round right now. And Livrand's been an absolute hero after his shield's broken here, staying alive. Eventually goes down, and yeah, just been flushed out. But really great effort though from IG in that round.
And that's like our win, I think, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's 9-6. So well on to IR. Well on to IG as well, though. I mean, they impressed me. They're clearly.
Is it?
No, it's 9-6.
No, you're right. Yeah.
So that will be the win, and yeah, nice work, IR. Certainly, it's a game which they expected to win. I mean, they were the ones who made the pick, and it's really important they got that win as well after losing to AE in the previous week.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit going to be a bit well, more one-sided than that, to be blunt.
Yeah, I mean it was. I mean the first map was really one-sided. I thought it was going to be just sort of a washover. But no, obviously IG, they got some fight in them, and definitely going to get some IR people in here for an interview if you want to stick around for that.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I think they just didn't really get the crossbow positions they needed, IG, for those last 2 rounds.
No, I'm going to have to agree with you there.
Like, I was going to take the final round as well.
I don't know, but I think crossbows just they do struggle so much. Like when the fight is happening so fast, like that fire rate, it really does hurt you. As someone who play crossbow a lot, like it's so frustrating when like your teammates are just being so aggressive, and you really just want the fight to last for like a minute or something, so you have like as many shots as you can get. But
that's the thing, and I think the positions the IG crossbows had, I thought Triari sort of balanced upon the wall.
Yeah. Like a lot of the time, the fight wasn't even in view of him. You're right.
So that's 10.
Captain Quark tweeting in saying, "Oh, looking weak without Kura players," but I don't think they were without Kura players. They really had a lot of Kura players.
They had Majesty, they had Mersu, they had Relax, they had
Trebron, yeah. So
it's half Kura really.
Yeah, I think that's he's been fooled by the names, unfortunately. Gonna grab someone for interview, I think, here. Don't know who we'll get. But
is it Boris the leader?
Boris Lily, I sent him a little message. I'm sure I'll send someone in a bit. So a lot of people won bets there. Poor old the sort of few people who put the patriotic pound on IG. They did their money taken away from them.
Back in the long odds.
Yeah, they were. Well, if it paid off, they would have done alright.
I think, to be honest, with the way IR were playing there, IG potentially had a chance of winning it. Really.
Well, they certainly did. I mean, towards the end, it was really close.
Yeah. I think if they'd done more of that stuff on the first map as well, they would have had a good chance as well. Because IR seems to...
Yeah, the one archer thing, I think that's really... They paid a lot for that, paid heavily.
Yeah. Just not... It doesn't fit into their style or the player skills at all.
I want to say thanks to everyone for watching the match as well. We had really quite a lot of viewers today, which is great to see. Obviously, I put a lot of time into the streams, and I like to get a bit of response numbers-wise, but it's not everything, but it's still nice. Do follow the channel if you haven't done so already. Get the information on the upcoming streams. Still waiting for a response about some interviews, I think. Or it's right now. Remember, you can tweet in questions for the interview as well, and we will ask them within reason. Obviously, I'm not making any promises I can't keep. What would you say surprised you most about the way the maps played out?
The maps? Not. I think Mount Fortress played out pretty normally. IR's building it was a little bit odd, really, the way they were playing it. It's like they were doing infantry pushes, and you can do that on this map actually, but I just think the places they were pushing are a bit weird. The first map was just genuinely strange to me, since I hadn't seen really heavy cav and heavy infantry stuff being as effective on that map. But
so are you not going to be adopting the the one archer tactic then?
We definitely have one archer tactic. Who knows what else we'll do? Because I hate that thing. But, very little respect for it. Yeah, it didn't really look very effective either. You can check out Abstropai versus Heroes and Inquisition, or the other way around, I should say, since they picked you, even though they were forced to. Heroes and Inquisition versus Abstropai. That is tomorrow, right here on MBTV at 19 GMT. I'll be commentating that with OGL, which will be nice. His first time casting. Try and find a good show for you.
Yeah, I hope you will do. So, you know, don't run away with the match. Give him a few rounds, eh?
Well, it'll be a hard one, that one. They're a good team.
Yeah, it should be a bit of a challenge. Hopefully a good match, at least, anyway.
On Castellum, I think IG could have played it very differently, and they probably should have. But oh, it is what it is. What do you think of the map? Did you like it?
Castellum?
Yeah.
I would have liked to seen it be played a little bit better, to be honest. Like, it was a bit disappointing to see it be played so weirdly. I certainly think there were lots of opportunities for moving around though in the early stages, and I think Aggression had a lot of opportunity there as well.
Yeah.
But we don't really see a team sort of pushing it to its limits, I don't think. I don't know how much they practiced it.
Well, I think it's the first week of it being played competitively as well. So, yeah, you're not. I remember there's a lot of like everyone run to the tower on Villa Red the first week Villa Red was played.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, eventually teams establish like what are the good defensive positions, what you can do and what you can't do. But it takes more than 1 week of training matches to do that. Probably by it's a pity those maps, all the new maps aren't actually being played again in the tournament, which I think is a bit of a pity. But
they just get 1 week each, don't they?
Yeah, all new maps get one week each, and the more established maps get 2 weeks, I think. Yeah,
I missed it was week what was it, week 2? I couldn't stream, I was away.
Yeah.
So I missed that Desolation Valley.
Yeah.
Whose is that?
That's mine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And what do you think of it?
Well, I think it's the best map ever made.
Did it play alright?
Alright. Yeah, I think so. I tried to design it to be like as normal an open map. It sounds really boring, but to be as normal an open map as possible, just because I thought we didn't have many sort of like normal open maps at this point. A lot of the ones that we made are like sort of Mountain Fortress or sort of Revan Village style ones, and there's not much which sort of hark back to sort of area control ruin style or sort of Field by the River style. See what I mean? So I tried to just make it as normal and boring as possible and just avoid sort of the what do you call it, super campy fortresses you get on places like Field by the River and Ruins. You know, little hills and places that archers can just camp on in absolute safety.
Yeah.
I think that's happened okay. I haven't heard that many complaints about it for an open map, so... Open maps always get at least some complaints anyway, because, yeah, everyone hates cavalry, but...
Alright, looks like we're going to have Sota coming in for an interview. Finally, I think IR seemed a little bit shy, a little bit scared. But yeah, he's going to come Sota Mercy to have a little chat with us. Should be able to move him in now. Are they in this team speak? They must be. Here he is.